Hello, welcome back to LIVENODING. In this episode, I'll be doing an improvisations with the donut factory. So a while back ago, year to 2017, I made this procedural donuts, and yeah, so we can have these colorful donuts with the sprinkles, with random colors. So you can download it and just bring it into Blender, and you're gonna get a donut, even though it's pre-made. You can still randomize the color. So anyhow, from here, this is Blender 2.92. Now we can actually have the instance using nodes. I'm gonna delete this, and this is sverchok. I will create an icosphere, for example. Just a quick test. So we can have an icosphere. I can actually increase resolutions. And I want to scatter the donuts in there. So I will rename these collections into donuts. It still contains multiple parts of the donut. So that's actually kind of nice. So they're not joined. And we have this alpha where I want to scatter the donuts. So instead of using particles, I will be using geometry node. So with this selected, I will go to geometry nodes and create new. We should have this modifier ready to instance our donut. So let's save this as donut scatter. And we're gonna do distribute points. So now we have this control over the points. Scattering it randomly. There is also Poisson this, which is, I don't know what is this exactly, but it's scattering it based on distance maybe. I don't know. For now, just use random. And yeah, now we can use point instance and just point into our donut as a collections and tell it to use the whole collections. Okay, cool. Now we have random scatter donuts, but they are all the same in terms of rotations, and the position is random, however, so we can use attribute Randomizer and use the vector and just give it value of 3, type in rotation here, so you know the drill. So we've done this in the past. Okay, now we have totally random donut clump. Right. So we can also randomize the scale a little bit. So we've done this again. Use the float, randomize the scale. So we can also do this very quickly. One thing that it cannot do at the moment is to actually bake this into instance. However, you can actually save it as USD, export as USD, and then bring it back. I'm not gonna do that for now. What I haven't tried is actually with this alpha. If I go back to the original, I can go to weight paint and start painting weight. For example, if I want the donut to be just on the top of this icosphere, I can do this, or actually I can just use the gradient. For now it's just like manual painting, so I randomly paint just on the top, like so. So by default the weight paint will go into the group, so we can use this as the density attribute. Now if we go back to the modifier and turn on visibility, you see it's only doing the instancing on the top part of the icosphere. So that's pretty much what I want to show you. So let's see. Maybe I can do one more thing with this donut. The top part, I think, this part of the donut, which is called the edge. I can go to the shader and just use random. Actually, object info, random, color and hue. Plug the random into the hue, plug this into the color. So hopefully we have different color for each one of the donut. So I think it's quite an interesting workflow, something that you can try, and the result is pretty fast and easy to work with. So if I go back to the sverchok, I can still go back. Oops. Okay, I think I did something that it didn't like with this alpha. Oh, maybe it's missing the weight. Okay. Anyhow, go back to what we have before. Random donuts on the icosphere. They are currently, it's not one thing, they are not respecting the normal of the icosphere. So I don't know if there's a way to do that already. Maybe we don't have that. There's a way to trick it so it's always facing the normal, I think. For now, I don't think we can do that. But anyway, we start with a single donut. Now we have random colored donuts, and I think this is quite nice workflow. Should work in the future. Maybe we can have more control in the future, but for now I think this is pretty good. You can always go back to the sverchok nodes. Instead of using icosphere, for example, you can use other like cylinder or ball, for example. I'm using a cylinder here. I can turn it into like a ball with the top cap off. So that's kind of nice. Or just use a box. So we have a box with a scattered donuts. The default cube with the scattered donuts. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you find this interesting. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.